piece is called How I Use My Black Privilege. Imagine not using your real name on applications because your name contains too many syllables and you're afraid that your race may seep through the page. Imagine being a minority. Being a minority makes everything about me minuscule, my mental health treated as minor inconvenience, victim turned into defendant, freedom of speech turned into something more tasteful. Something that you could more easily digest. Why is my saying the N-word an invitation for you to say it as well? Is it because in your eyes saying the N-word is the only privilege that I have? The one thing that I can do that you can't, so you want to take that from me as well? Can we please have one thing to ourselves? If this word was once used to oppress my people, why can't I use it as a way to reunite my people? Why can't I turn it into something more tasteful as well? So I season this word with lemon pepper and liberation and cook it so hot that it burns my tongue like whips enclosed in white knuckles, words shoved down my throat. So if I choose to regurgitate the word that used to hurt like alcohol on open wounds, then I should have the right. Not anyone else. My people have to dig graves deep enough to bury their black vernacular when you use my slang like you created it and get praised constantly for saying you just like my culture. Or the parts that make you look good, so you get blonde boxer braids and do your edges with our blood, sweat, and tears, then claim we can't own a hairstyle but fail to acknowledge that your ancestors used to own us. Can you imagine having to wear your hair in protective styles in interviews because your natural hair showcases too much of your race? Identifies too much with your hard-earned roots and culture, reminds people too much of the history they try so hard to bury. There's nothing in your hair that you need to protect to get a job. 2019 was starting to look more like 1920. The only difference is you don't have to sing songs loud enough to overbear slave chants that echo in your head. You only need to rap songs loud enough to overbear the word nigga that echoes in your head and questions like when it's okay to say it or if it ever is and it's not. Skin beaten black and blue with this word, so you don't have the right to write, sing, or say the word nigga unless you suffered the same fate. Unless this word was ingrained in the scars of your ancestors, not ingrained in the whips in the hands of your ancestors, you cannot say it. Not for educational purposes, not because the kids at your old school were ignorant enough to let you say it. No, my oppression is not the punchline to your joke. It's not the plot twist in your dark humor. Unless this word was hung from the same tree that you were, you cannot say it. Your N-word pass expired after slavery never got my 40 acres, so I took a 5-letter word. My people have worked too hard to claim this word, and I'll be damned if it becomes yours or anyone else's ever again. It's mine. You cannot say it.